First part of the closed session, Principal Sharron Heinrich will be allowed to speak to the issues raised at the December 5th meeting. Following that, the board will deliberate in closed session and come to a decision regarding the actions of December 5th. 3. Following closed session, there will be an announcement if the governing board takes action. I fully recognize that passions run high on this issue. However, I would ask that all present here tonight conduct themselves with the proper decorum expected in a public forum. Each member of the public who wishes to do so will be allowed to speak to this issue for 3 minutes, but I do ask members of the public to bear in mind that the sooner public comment closes, the sooner the board can deliberate and come to a decision on this matter. I have doubled the allotted speaking time for this meeting from 20 to 40 minutes. Any member of the public who wishes to speak may fill out a comment form and must submit within the next 10 minutes to Ms. Cynthia Bracamonte. That being said, public comment. Domingo Torres Ringo.
Can you hear me now? My name is Domingo Torres Ringel. I'm a math teacher at Gabriel High School, and I'm one of the founding members of Gabriel High School, so I've been teaching there for 18 years. And I also live in St. Gabriel. I'm a voting member in St. Gabriel. And our kids went to school through the St. Gabriel school system, all 13 years. So, but I wanted to express that way back on December 5th, I was extremely upset about the 3 school board members who unbelievably and made an astonishing, incomprehensible decision to fire one of Gabriel's most dedicated educators. And Sharron Heinrich was there when we founded Gabriel 18 years ago, and instantly became the leader of the school. When we all met, there was 12 or 13 of us that started as a staff. She instantly became the instant leader of the school, and left for a little while, came back, is now principal. And all the people that are here today are here because they support this amazing person, I know I come to school on the weekends sometimes, and I've seen Mrs. Heinrich, her car there on the weekends, working in her office. And the only other principal that I saw do that was Jean Murphy. But I wanted to say that, you know, talk about a little bit of finances here. You know, money is so tight in this district that, you know, our summer schools are now 4 days a week to save on the electricity on the Friday when nobody goes to school. I know kind of another crazy thing, the toilet paper budget has been passed down to the administration at Gabriel High School. It's no longer paid for by the district because the school district is so broke. And I know that I used 2 personal necessity days this year myself because I took some students in December to a JPL Invention Challenge because they had won a preliminary competition and they were competing on a Friday, and I had to take students and ask Ms. Heinrich, do you have money to pay for my sub? She said no. So I took a personal necessity day, and I did earlier in the year for another reason. And I'm going to take 2 more this year because there's no money to pay for subs. So the bottom line is, we're a school district that's broke. Money is, every dollar is precious. So what's really upsetting to me about this whole issue is the fact that when I saw an attorney sitting next to Denise Menchaca when this initial decision was made on December 5th, and she was babysitting the school board, you know, to make sure they didn't do something crazy, I just can't imagine how much money that cost and how much money, you know, attorneys were hired before to consult in this, and how much money has been spent in attorney fees since. But it just seems like it's a big waste of money. Meanwhile, I'm using 2 of my personal necessity days to take students to a JPL Invention Challenge. So my beef here is that, you know, we should be spending our time and money on positive things that will help students and teachers in the long run, not on negative things that are trying to hurt staff members. Thank you.
I will again ask members of the public who will be commenting to please be as concise as possible in your remarks. I know there's a lot of people that would like to be heard, so please bear that in mind. William Wong.
I have a letter that I also left on the table up there. I will read this in less than 3 minutes. Time for myself. Dear members of the San Gabriel Unified Governing Board, my name is William Wong, and I'm a math teacher at Gabriel High School. I believe this meeting is about much more than just an administrative performance. It's about setting the professional culture and direction of San Gabriel Unified. Prior to becoming a teacher, I was a project engineer for PCL Construction, one of the largest general contractors in North America. In 2011, Fortune magazine ranked PCL the 38th best company to work for in the entire United States, ahead of such renowned companies like Intuit and American Express. PCL had extraordinary leaders, and their greatest strength was their trust of their employees. This was the corporate culture, a difficult to quantify and extraordinarily important part of running a successful organization. This trust and empowerment by management upon employees allowed us to flourish, and the company enjoyed successful results. Put simply, happier workers are more effective workers. In 2011, two board actions in particular have brought about the opposite culture of trust that I experienced at PCL. On January 18, 2011, a teacher was summoned to a special board meeting because certain board members believed that his teaching program was not dynamic enough, much to the surprise of his colleagues and direct supervisors. Unfortunately, this wasn't a unique event, as more recently certain board members voted to not renew Principal Heinrich's contract. Although I believe this was not the board's intent, I'm afraid these actions have made employees feel like they aren't the professionals that they are, that they can't be trusted to do their jobs. Chain of command was not followed. These actions caused organizational confusion and disruption and negatively impacted morale. For site level and district managers, their professional acumen was undermined and devalued as their responsibility to oversee employees was superseded. For employees, these actions created a climate of fear, as we're left wondering if we can be disciplined or dismissed against the professional opinions of our supervisors. The culture of an organization is what propels employees to make every day count or not, and to be the difference or not. This ultimately has an effect on students, for better or for worse. Fortunately, my colleagues have chosen to make every day count despite these events. But think how much further we can go if we're not so distracted. I ask that you consider your vote in light of its impact to the professional culture of San Gabriel Unified. A positive work culture is vital to recruiting and retaining top talent, and is vital to educating students effectively. This starts with our elected board members and the decisions you make and the tone you set, just like how the corporate leaders at my previous company set the tone. Make San Gabriel Unified the top district to work for. You can begin this by reinstating Principal Heinrich's contract and setting a course where all employees are treated with respect and professionalism, which will positively impact schools and students. Thank you for your consideration.
Scott Thatcher.